How to flatten a list of lists in Python. There are many ways to do this, but most don't work for arbitrary levels of nesting. This method does. We're using a stack-based approach instead of recursion to avoid hitting Python's recursion limit. The stack will equal your initial list, and we will also initialize an answer variable to be just a blank list. When removing items from a list, the most efficient way is to pop from the back. Since we want our answer to be in the right order, we will reverse the stack. So now the stack will be the list 3, 4, then the list 1, 2. While the stack isn't empty, so while stack, we get the current value by popping off the stack. So cur equals stack.pop. On our first iteration, cur will be the list 1, 2. Cur is either going to be a list or not. If is instance cur of list, meaning if cur is an instance of list, we want to call stack.extend of cur reversed. That's a lot in one line, so let me break it down. At this point in time, cur is the list 1, 2. Again, since we always pop from the back, calling stack extend with cur as is, we'll add 1, then 2 to the end of the stack. Skipping ahead a bit, that means your answer would start with the elements 2, then 1. We don't want that, so we reverse cur here, and then extend the stack with reverse of cur. Extend just adds to the end of the stack each element in cur 1 by 1, so it adds on the integer 2, then the integer 1. Else, if cur is anything but a list, append on to the answer cur. So the last step should begin to make more sense. Cur was the list 1, 2, we reversed it, then added on to the end of the stack 2, then 1. We loop up again because the stack is not empty. Cur is now 1. 1 is not a list, so we append it to the answer. Stack is still not empty, loop again. 2 is not a list, so we append 2 to the answer. Stack is still not empty, loop again. Now cur is the list 3, 4. Cur is the list, so reverse the list, and then extend it on to the end of the stack. So add on 4, then 3. Loop again. Cur is now 3 and not a list. Append it to answer. Loop again. Cur is now 4 and not a list. Append it to the answer. Finally, the stack is empty, and we have our completed answer. This has been Jakubication. Like and subscribe to learn more.